Welcome to another week of Half Serious. Today we're going to talk to Dr. Robb Kelly. He founded, obviously, the Robb Kelly Recovery Group, and some of you may be familiar with this. Now, at the beginning, I know some of you guys are going to be like, Tess, why did you go into the story of his past more? Because it is freaking interesting, to say the least, especially from a law enforcement perspective. But he's told the story. He's told it a few times, and I feel almost as if he's bored with it, you know? Like, it's made him who he is today, who he was, but the details of the legalities and stuff of it just seem like, it's a story that's been told. So I wanted to ask questions and delve into things that I couldn't find, that I was interested in, that I thought you guys might be as well. But, as usual, I will shut up. Oh, no, I won't shut up. I have one more thing to say. He does compliment the podcast in here, and you guys know I'm fucking horrible with compliments. I don't know how to take them. It makes me really awkward. So I kind of fluffed over it. But thank you, Dr. Robb, for the compliment on the podcast. It is all about the guests. I do shit, but facilitate the stories. But still, it is very much so appreciated, and I'm glad that you look out for the smaller podcasts and stuff, getting out there and helping them out as well. But yeah, all right, now I'll shut up, and here's Dr. Robb. So I'm pretty sure that you know, but if you don't, we're pretty liberal with the cussing and everything else, so don't feel like you got to hold back on anything.
I've never cussed in my life.
Bullshit. I call bullshit on that one.
Oh, perfect.
First off, freaking welcome. I'm excited to have you on here. I was watching some of your stuff, and I was like, your story's fucking interesting, to say the least.
Yeah.
There's not too many times that we see somebody that really comes up from being in a shit place and just turns it into an empire, so to speak.
Yeah.
Thank you for giving back in that way. So what kind of got you to where you are now? Like, what started it off?
Wow. Alcoholic myself. Took my first drink at 9. Grew up in a musical family, so I'm on stage professionally at 9 years old. That's where I took my first drink. And grew up on the projects, or the council estates, guys, if you're listening in the UK. Very poor family. Learned how to fight really early. Was a bodybuilder, stroke boxer, stroke karate guy. And he's just lots of love in the house, no money. So when I left the house, university, I was very lucky to go to university. I left there, started a normal job. I think I was a policeman for a couple of months before they fired me for being drunk every day. Because now I'm drinking every day.
Yeah.
Got married. That'll solve my drink problems. Nope. Got 2 beautiful children. Nope. Everything. Finance is good. Didn't stop me. And I stabbed my wife 3 times one night because she won't let me finish my bottle of vodka. So that was kind of a red flag going, hey, dude, I think you're drinking too much. But
tiny little flag. Well,
do you know what my mindset after that? She didn't die.
Yeah.
Fuck. It wasn't that bad. I mean, fuck, she didn't die. I might as well carry on drinking.
Where did you stab her at? Because I'm like, if it's the hand, okay, but like...
Stomach.
No shit. Those hurt.
Well, what happened is that I came downstairs in middle of the morning, 1 or 2 or 3 o'clock, and I need a drink. So that's it. I'm looking around. I knew I have some somewhere. I'm looking around the kitchen, open one cupboard. There it was. Da-da! It's like the lottery. Da-da-da-da-da. I've sure heard that noise, by the way. Da-da-da-da. And I grabbed the bottle, I put it on the side, and let me get a really expensive crystal glass. Because I'm not an alcoholic drinking out the bottle, right?
Yeah,
so when I'm turning around to get my glass, she comes down and she snatched the bottle off the side and she said, I think you've had enough. So I stabbed her. And I took my alcohol back and I drank the alcohol down in one. I called ambulance and the police and a taxi. Taxi just round the corner. I waited with the taxi outside until I heard the sirens. I jumped in and I fled to Spain. Then there was an attempted murder charge out on me. But yeah.
How long was the charge out for you for?
About a year or something, I think.
Oh, shit. So you spent a year in Spain?
Yeah. Yeah. I was just going from hotel to hotel, just staying in there. And, it's crazy, drunk all the time. And then finally they dropped the charges. I came home and that's when she had everything packed and ready to go. And she left and took the children. And, yeah.
So during that whole thing, you weren't just like, oh, yeah, this is kind of shit. What I'm doing, you were just like, nah, it's totally fine, I'll get over this shit? Or were you like, hey, no, this is a problem, but I'm just going to pretend like it's not and hope that I can get over it?
Yeah, I don't know too much. Maybe it was kind of, I'm going through a rough patch right now. It'll be okay when I wake up tomorrow, but yeah, it
Yeah.
fucking wasn't okay when I woke up yesterday. Yeah, it's crazy the way it took me. And nobody could tell me what I was suffering from.
Hmm.
Which when I came off the streets, I was angry that the medical fraternity couldn't tell me. They still can't. They don't know nothing about addiction. Yeah, it was crazy. And then the rest was just homelessness and crying myself to sleep every night because of my children and birthdays and Christmases and stuff like that. So when I finally got off the streets, I was mad. I was angry. And I wanted to find out what the hell this alcoholism thing was.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. I spent about $2 million on research. And now we're probably the best in the world, says Harvard University, not me, but yeah. Get to work
Yeah.
with
You
all the
and
movie stars and stuff, it's freaking awesome.
is that what your goal was to kind of get where you are now, or is it a certain kind of achievement where it comes to like, hey, you've actually figured out, you unlock some way to actually better help these guys?
Yeah, I think it's the latter because I've never, ever would even wildest dream, even dream of 10% of what I have. But I think the passion and, I came to America 20 years ago. I was only here for a few months. I knew I was never going to go back home, but I was only here for a few months before I got this movie deal, this DVD deal, which paid me 150 grand. I'd never seen that kind of money. Are you kidding me? I don't think I've seen
Yeah.
£1,000 or $1,000. So that's what set it all up. And it kind of ballooned from there, and then I got a call from Hollywood and it's when I'm mixing shows with all these mega movie stars and musicians, and it's just a crazy world that I was in. Kind of realized over the years that I'm pretty good at this. And,
Hmm.
and I take that down to having gone through it. So yeah, I think it's slightly a bit of both, to be honest. But, you know, if you'd have got me 20 years ago and said, write down in your wildest dreams, like real crazy shit, just write shit down for the sake of it, it'd
Yeah.
be like 2% of what my life is today.
Fuck.
It's you don't know the half, Tess. I'm telling you, it's
Mhm.
crazy.
So why do you think that you had the grit to get through that stuff? Because I mean, I don't know if you know, like I'm a retired cop, so I've seen a lot of people out there on the streets that that's just where they are and that's where they're going to sit, and they don't have the motivation to kind of get out of it. So what do you think gave you the grit to survive that and turn it into what you have instead of just letting it kill you?
Yeah, I think it's because I was streetwise, and I was like I said, you as a cop for a bit, but because I was streetwise, I was huge. Like I've always
Hmm.
been like a bodybuilder, fighting guy, and I didn't care if I died or not. But you see, a lot of people are scared to death, and I'm not. You know, so when I got up, it's like, how far can I push this? I mean, could I actually get out of office and work with somebody over here?
Yeah.
And then can I do that? Could I take like 50 grand a month? I mean, could I do that? No, I can't do 50 grand a year. And
Yeah.
then 100 grand a year. And Janet, if I could just do 250 a year, Janet, I swear to God, I would never worry. 500,000, a million, 2 million, 4 million, carried on. So when I say I'm living the dream, it was kind of, sometimes in the morning when I come in early, I'll sit outside and look at the building with my name across the top and think, how the fuck did you get here? It's insane.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I know a turnaround story like yours, to be honest. And I've seen a few people turning around, but it's
Mm,
usually like, oh, hey, I can actually buy some food now and afford a house.
yeah. Or
Not,
get a
no.
job or, stuff like that. And I'm great for me to do that. It's just, I think there were bigger plans for me, either
Yeah,
God or Uncle Jimmy or Spirit, whatever it is. I'm on a track where it doesn't seem I could die over the years. I mean, it's been into 2 years ago when I died on the table at hospital and we just about saved my life. I mean, it's crazy the stuff. Got cancer, that disappeared. It's just crazy stuff. And
yeah.
I become to accept it. I think if I didn't and questioned it all, I'd go insane because you can't put this together. So I've been married for 10 years. So when I met my wife 11 years ago, I told
Hmm.
her the stuff she did, and you could just tell she's like, some of that like buffed up, like it didn't happen. You're exaggerating. And I'm like, no. And then about 8, 9 months after we were married, blah, blah, I
Yeah.
sat in my living room and she got into this movie star lifestyle. And she's like, oh my God, it's crazy.
Do you still see your kids from then, or how old were they when that happened? By the way,
Ages 1 and 3.
so do you still get to see them and speak to them and
Um,
converse with them?
For 30 years, no.
Have
And
you ever
about four,
wanted to, or has it just been totally
every
cut off?
Christmas, every birthday, send presents and gifts to my mom, who never told me that she couldn't give them to the kids because my ex-wife would have stopped my mom seeing the children, the grandchildren. So she used to hide them in a big wardrobe over the years. Um, when finally, like Charlie, my eldest daughter, about 5 years ago, I got a text message in the morning, and it was her. But she said, "Hey, Dad," she called me Dad, Tess. And I started crying, and I'm looking at the text, and basically said, "I'm over here. I don't believe a word. It's about time. I can't continue this anymore without seeing you. I have something to show you. When can you come over?" So within an hour, we're on the plane back to England. Gets there, stayed overnight. The walk to the house was probably 600-700 yards. It's the longest walk of my life. I was crying. I was shaking. My wife had me. She was trying to console me. All the bad shit came up. And what kind of father was you? You don't deserve this. We got to the door, and I looked at my wife and said, I can't know. Just about to turn, and Charlie opens the door real quick. And she's like, "Oh my God, Dad." And we hugged and cried and stuff. I thought it was about an hour. My wife said it was a minute. And then she took me by my hand, and she walked me into her living room, and she handed me
No.
all the loneliness. It's a lonely place where I am. You can't tell anybody you're working with. Friends that used to know you don't know anymore because you're rich. Friends that are rich don't want to know you because you come from projects. It's just a lonely place. And, I went broke once over here trying to work with everybody free of charge and, foreclosed on my house. And all that stuff came to fruition right there and then when I held my granddaughter. And it was just like, oh my God, I've made it.
Yeah.
That girl is my lead therapist in my Manchester office today. It's just a
Wow.
miracle. A miracle, And I tell people, like, if you lost your kid, I've lost my kids, I'll never get it back. And then we put that part of the plan, getting your kid back.
Yeah.
So whether you want to be a millionaire, you want your kids back, alcohol, drug, depression, whatever you're suffering from, or whatever life stuff will go through, we're going to get you through it. We're going to get your life back. That's what we do. We don't do things half measured here. So that's the reason I get up every morning. Is can I bless somebody monetary before I get to the office? That's a big one
Hmm.
with me. Can I make somebody's day today? Can I save a life today? So it's one of the reasons we do these podcasts now. After Joe Logan, I think, July, I think I'm on it. But I bet we turned down 10 of these a month or something like that. But
Damn.
she goes out and she finds people that are changing the world or have changed the world, being in the service and stuff. And then we humbly come to you and ask. So thank you for changing the world, first of all, Tess. But yeah, I love this because if we can save a life today, we've
Yeah.
done our job.
Yeah. You definitely have a different style from other um, therapists or other people that are interventionalists that try to help other people. You definitely have a very particular style, which I freaking appreciate because I like the overly aggressive styles because I'm
Yeah.
going to be like, no, I don't fucking need you. I don't fucking need you. And then somebody will hopefully come say, yeah, you do. Um, who do you have? Do you have people that react negatively to that? And if you do, what do you do about it?
So there's a couple of things. So there was a mom some months ago that was going to bring the kid here. He's about 18, 19. And on the way here, he doesn't want to come, but he gets in the car anyway. And they're driving here. And somehow she calls us to get through to me. Dr. Robb, I'm in the car with Billy, and Billy doesn't really want to come. And I'm like, can Billy hear me? Yeah, I can hear you. Hey, Billy, turn the fucking car around, you fucking idiot. I don't want you here. You think I give a fuck about you coming here? Fucking da. And he's like, Dr. Kelly will be there in 5 minutes. I'm like, there you go. And I tell people, like, I don't give a shit whether you come on board or not. And I don't care how much money you paid. I don't get involved with that.
Yeah.
If you pass our assessment, we take you on, great. I'll 100% get you to the place you want to be, but don't for a second think I need your money to come here, because that just isn't the case. I sent Eddie Van Halen home with his tail between his legs because when I was waiting for him at the airport, I don't know who he is, I'm from England.
Yeah.
And he comes on, he's like, Dr. Robb, and I'm like, yeah, it's Eddie. I said, oh, Eddie, good to meet you. He said, haven't this been all the way around? No, what do you mean? Should you be recognizing me? Yeah, get back on the fucking plane. And I walked away. And next thing I hear these footsteps behind me. No. Can we start afresh? Can we start afresh? And I said, yeah, here's the deal. You do as I tell you to do. You shut up. We'll get well.
Mhm.
And other than that, just leave. I don't care. And I think because it's kind of aggressive, it keeps that, because I hate I get some flack for this. I hate weak men. I have no time for them. Now, if a beta male comes to me and wants to be an alpha male, great. But don't
Yeah.
come with all your fucking women gene and yeah, do you have a cry room? No, we don't have a fucking cry room. Jesus, what is this? So yeah, I'm slightly different to everyone else. And the Texas board used to pull me in every like month. Dr. Kelly, we have to ask you a question. Yeah? Did you actually tell a patient to fuck off out of your office? I said, that's not completely true. And yet, oh, good. What did you say? I said, get the fuck out of my office, you fucking idiot. Is what I actually.
So good.
Oh my God. Big difference.
Yeah. Why do you think they react positively after you say that? Like, why do you think they just have never had somebody challenge them that way, or what do you think the deal is?
Yeah, I think whether you rich or poor, especially the rich people, they're surrounded by yes men. And I think once they see me and see what I'm about, the proof's in the pudding. I'm there. I have everything that everybody wants. I'm aggressive. I have 100% success. I write for Harvard, work for the FBI. You know, it's here. And if you
Mhm.
want it, great. But I'm not going to mollycoddle you around. I'm not going to convince you to come here. And a lot of people, like people was, oh, well, I just couldn't work with Dr. Robb. He's so aggressive. And I go, fucking good. I don't want to work with you, bitch. No, you can't put that in. But
Yeah.
most of the guys and girls that come and go, you know what? I just appreciate you being honest with me. It's like nobody's honest. We're surrounded by yes men. And, you go to a therapist. You've gone to a therapist for like 12 or 2 years.
Mhm.
Well, we just talk. Well, you don't do that in here. Choice is yours.
Mhm.
I'm horrible, gonna see.
No, I think it's fucking awesome. I hate that gentle
Yeah.
everything to do with everything. I'm like, no, life isn't gentle. We need to do some hard shit.
Yeah. And,
You
that,
know.
and that's one of the reasons we do the telehealth thing is that we need to, if you're in San Antonio or Dallas or Switzerland, Spain, you can come in the office, but we prefer telehealth because we can heal you in your own surrounding, in your own
Mhm.
environment. And then we'll come to visit you every couple of weeks. And somebody who has nothing to lose and somebody who's found their identity like me are very dangerous people. What are you going to do to me that I haven't already done to myself in the past? What, you going
Mhm.
to take my birthday off me? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. This is about saving lives. So when I'm shouting at your disease or I'm shouting at your depression, it's nothing personal. Just that I
Mhm.
know your disease and depression more than you do. And if you carry on with the drinking and the using and stuff like that, you're going to die. And people freaked out when I used to say that, especially to parents of the children. One of these days, you'll find him dead in the bedroom. And who do
Yeah.
we blame? I blame the both of you in about it. You can't enable these kids because most of the people we've interviewed coming back from death, like alcohol poisoning and actually dying, they have one thing in common. I never really drank or never really used that much that day. So it doesn't have to be a massive amount of alcohol because it builds up and builds up. They'll get you in the end, doesn't matter who you are.
Yeah. So when was the pivotal, like the moment that you decided that that was a superpower, where you didn't really give a shit that you didn't need something from anybody, and that was kind of a superpower to accomplish your goals and what you needed to do?
Great question. Late, as in I have enough of everything, virtuality, everything. It was about 4 years ago. That's
Mm.
all. It was pretty recent because I don't know, man. I had a don't care attitude. I've always had that, but to the point I have it today, it's like, you get up one morning, like I used to see a comment, who's think he is, he's not really a doctor, he's not from England, he doesn't speak like, oh, it's just nasty shit. And I would get wound up about it. And
Mhm.
it kind of ruined my day. And one morning I got up, I don't know what happened. I said, you know something? I don't care. If you're sat in your mum's bedroom after your fourth divorce and because kids don't want to see you and you come into them and stuff, I do. Because I noticed one thing, Tess, that nobody who's doing as good as you or better will ever negatively comment on what you're doing. And it's so
Yeah.
true. You get to all the guys that are doing less than. See, everyone's jealous about what we have, but nobody's jealous how we got here. They don't see all the
Yeah.
stuff that I've had to do to get here. So I've been homeless. I've been lost. I've done everything. Da 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 da. It's like, it's crazy. All
Yeah.
right. It's like I get up every morning. I give them 100% all the time. Our staff love it. Everyone in all the offices are vibrant. They're laughing. They're dancing. It's amazing. I send them all out on Friday for Feel Good Fridays. They take the patients. I pay for everything. It's like, it's a great place
Mm.
to work. But you walk in that door with a frown on your face or just an argument with the husband. Now, you go back home, I'll send you home with no pay for that day because
Mm.
we might be the only person somebody sees before they go and take their own life. I mean, we just don't know. My dad died. My father died on a Thursday, early morning Friday, And I do a homeless shelter, big book study on Saturdays, about 300 people there. I educate them and about the neuroscience behind the diseases. I inspire them. I encourage them. They just love it. And I still went Saturday and did my bit. Nobody knew my father died. I was distraught inside, but nobody knew that. None of their
Yeah.
business. That's not my deal to drop my shit on you. My deal here today is to inspire, encourage, and take you to the next level.
So were you able to take a moment after that then for yourself where you're like, okay,
Yes.
cool, now it's time for me? Okay.
Yeah. As
Cool.
soon as I got home, my sister called and my wife was there and a couple of my friends came around and, I mourned for about a week, but nobody outside that house knew that. I still had patience to see that. Yeah. I
Mhm.
mean, just the person I am today. I was doing a conference in Canada somewhere, like 100,000 people there. The local newspaper, there's an article there, says the controversial doctor from Texas. And guys, I ain't controversial. I'm just going to
Yeah.
say the fucking things that you can only think about because you daren't say them or can't say them. I'm going to be that guy that says it. And what are you going
Yeah.
to do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They think different, controversial to them is different. And it's like, it's not the same thing. Like, come on. Trying something new because evidently what you guys are doing isn't fucking working with everybody for sure.
Right.
So,
It's like the treatment history has been broken for 20 years. And you go, so we had a woman in the other day. You go, doctor, I'm so depressed. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. How long have you been depressed? 5 years. 5 years? Oh my God, I'm so sorry, Mrs. Smith. Do you take any medication for that? Yeah, I take Wellbutrin. How long have you been taking the Wellbutrin? 3 years. When the fuck do you think it's going to kick in?
yeah.
What? Just don't understand the mentality. But so when we first came out, they were like, you're crazy. They stripped me of my license to practice. They did that in the first 2 years I was here. I lectured
What?
to those guys today, by the way. It took me 6 months to get it back. Yeah. I fought against every person. Some people got it in the early, because I knew the brain wasn't hardwired way before the medical fraternity knew the brain wasn't hardwired. I knew there's certain things that I'd done on the streets that realized that it wasn't the
Mhm.
alcohol and I could change the way I think and stuff like that. So a lot of banging heads against people, a lot of people trying to ruin me, I remember me doing
Yeah.
a head-to-head talk with Purdue, the pharmaceutical company, and it didn't go well for them, and it was live, so they couldn't take it back. And the next day they filed for bankruptcy. It's like, it's me. I will continue to do that. So over the years, especially the last 5 or 6 years, people have gone, oh my God, that guy knows what he's talking about. It's coming true. So the more people came to us and we healed, and then we got into communities and healed communities. And we were the guys that said you can cure any addiction, not alcoholism. It's a different breed, but any addiction you can cure. We can cure depression. And the more people saw it and believed in my TV and my books and everything,
Mhm.
it's a nice position to be in. I think the 4 years ago when I said I don't care, I think it hit that point where I've got nothing to prove to anybody anymore.
Yeah.
Because it's hard when you have something that works, but nobody believes you. So it's like if you have two lines, one for free food and one for free vitamins and get well, and even though the food's
Mhm.
killing us because of all the shit that's in it, the line's bigger at the free food than it is at free vitamin or free,
Yeah.
health advice or whatever.
And it's been in my experience if everybody's too accepting too quickly, it's probably nothing new and nothing exciting and nothing, you got to challenge the belief. So that I know that that road is extremely hard. I, I don't want to be like, I'm proud of you, but that's awesome. I'll say that's fucking awesome. That's more on cue.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
But
me and you could we could get 20 treatment centers right now live on this show and call them. And every single one of them, the first question is, do you have insurance?
yeah.
Let me check your insurance. We don't do that here. You call here. We don't take insurance away. But we call here. We set you up for an assessment. If you pass the assessment, then great. Then we'll talk. And most people don't pass. I turned a pop singer down for $1 million. She's got turned up drunk. She's not ready. She shaved her head in the papers
Yeah.
the next day. It's like, you never turn that down. I don't give a
Mhm.
shit what you believe. You think I care about if you believe me or not?
What makes somebody ready then? Like they have to actually know, like, hey, no, I'm gonna fucking do this because I feel like people would lie about that too. So how do you evaluate that they're ready?
So the assessment is not really a nice assessment because I'll do anything to try and trip you up. We
Hmm.
had a kid in the other day. His deal was oxy, oxycodone, I think. Yeah, I
Hmm.
think it was oxycodone. And he came in and I know his family. They own like 20 dealerships, so they're multi millionaire. So when they come with the big checkbook, I got the kid in my therapy room and we're talking, like, I don't want to be here, but I'll do this with my parents. So I said, look, here's the deal. It's Friday now. Why don't we start Monday? In actual fact, I have a couple of oxycodone left over from the previous patient I took off. Bang one of these each. Let's have a great weekend and return it Friday. It's like, yes. Oh my God, the doctor that gets me walked right past him to the waiting room. I said to his parents, not doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And they cry and they do all this, but I I treat, even though I'm harsh and brutal, I'll give you the shirt off my back. We give so much away, so millions and millions of dollars away each year to causes that we think are good. Um, but when it comes to this, man, I am not facing your parents saying, "Oh my God, he died." I'm not doing that because it ruined
Mm-hmm.
they killed my parents, my illnesses and stuff. The cancer got faster and faster and killed them, and the doctors waited me at the time. I'm not doing that with your loved ones and your fathers and stuff and mother. I've got to do right. Everyone said we'll get in right. We'll get rid of the addiction. We'll get back to work, and we'll be good. I've got to be 100% sure that the kids in.
Yeah. Are there groups of people that are better, like a certain particular personality that's easier to facilitate, like getting better rather than other personalities or types?
I think so a lot of the work is subliminal to the subconscious brain. I think the guys that are born into money are really hard. They're harder. I think the kids who are streetwise and maybe they are rich today, they're easier because they've seen the other side of what
Mm,
life can be like, and they really want to change. Once we get to the famous people away from the yes men around them, it's easier for them. Yeah, it's once you can start changing. So when we change the brain
mhm,
and change pathways, and we address the childhood trauma, which is the gateway drug, and we have a lot of first responders come here, from the stuff they've seen, your DNA changes. The program changes your DNA slightly. We look at your methylation for food and, four chemicals every day, dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, endorphins need to happen every day for us to be happy. And people know that. What they don't know is dopamine and serotonin, then neurotransmitter created in the stomach and the gut. So we're eating a lot
mhm,
of shit from the local store, which people do. They need to step with buying not food. Next time you're in the supermarket or store, see how many ice creams, cartons have the word ice cream on it, then you'll be gas. If
mhm.
the first or
Yeah.
second ingredient of some health bar you take off the shelf is a canola oil or sunflower oil or rancid oil, they need to pay it back. But general people don't know that. So once
Mm-mm.
you get all that figured out, it's like being born again. It's a brand new you that becomes unstoppable.
I imagine that'd actually be harder, not just to get rid of the addiction, but also to change your diet. Because I feel like some people just taking the Twinkies away, so to speak, is freaking difficult because that's also the addiction in itself as well.
Yeah, biggest addiction in the world is sugar. I know sugar, liver cancer, sugar, everything sugar. We just overload on sugar these days. And then you get the parents coming in and saying, something that I can't cope at home because little Johnny gets up in the morning, goes to school, I'm getting calls all day, won't keep still. And I go,
Mhm.
what are you doing for breakfast? 4 Pop-Tarts, and don't stop you. So you're giving him 80 spoonfuls of sugar and expecting the poor kid to sit still. But they don't
Yeah.
know. They just don't know. Can you live to 100? These days, 100's it. Get the methylation test, get your shit sorted out, find out what you're suffering from. Because every single illness in the world comes down to two things. Just two
Mm,
things. Toxicity and deficiency. What's poisoning me and what am I deficient in? See, people think you get the son, he's 20, 30 years old, he gets heart problems and comes in and he says, well, it's in the family, it runs in the family. My dad had heart problems. So, I obviously stop. Biologically impossible to do that. Well, how come I had the same his out? Because during that staple diet with mom, let's make it simple. Let's say it's beans that they have every single night because they love beans, but dad can't methylate it. Everything we eat is not used in a source that we take it. It's methylated into a source that the body can use. So let's
mhm,
say I'm eating beans every day or every week or whatever. I can't methylate the beans, so there becomes a deficiency. The deficiency causes the heart attacks, all that stuff.
mm,
It's not a passed down generational thing. But the medical fraternity will make you believe it is. The medical fraternity has never cured an illness ever with pharmaceutical drugs, ever. It never will do, and it surely never has in the past.
yeah.
All they're there to do, doctors today will give you medication to control the symptom. We will not give you medication to cure the illness. I ask people all the time, have you ever been to the doctor? I did a conference a couple of weeks ago, 500 people. Has anybody in this room gone to the doctor for a disease or ailment? Just give you medication. You've took the medication, it's cured the illness, and you don't have to take the medication again. There's not one hand ever has gone up, and there'll never be one hand that goes up
Wow.
because they don't. The food industry gets us sick, and the pharmaceutical company keeps us sick by managing the disease, not cure it.
Mhm. You've got a big undertaking if you're going to take on pharmaceuticals because damn, it is embedded in everything.
Yeah.
So if that's a big undertaking.
Yeah, it really is. And now medication for a lot of stuff is great, but when it comes to psychological, when it comes to psych, I
Yeah.
don't agree with 99% of the stuff that we take, you know?
Are you more into like sounds like neuroplasticity or reworking the brain and stuff? So how do you even approach that problem?
So we have stuff like BreathBox, which is a software designed to reprogram brain patterns.
Hmm.
We have somatic experience that teaches you to listen to your body. We have neuro-linguistic programming, which teaches you a different language. We use somatic experience. We use, normal psychology and stuff. We use all these tools to drag all the trauma out of you and redirect who you are. So even if you only come here for an hour every day and it's like 4 or 5 hours homework and we're
Yeah.
checking on you and stuff like that. And it's just repetition, strengthening confirms a pattern because life's about patterns. You know, you get up in the morning, you go to the same place, you stop at the same gas station. You know, if you get on a bus one day with work and you're all going out for an outing at the seaside and you get down there and a few drinks, makes a fool of yourself, have a great laugh. You get back on the bus, we'd seek you the one you travel there. And why? It's a
Hmm.
pattern. And most of the patterns we don't know. And most of the patterns from childhood trauma are self-sabotaging. You subconsciously can talk yourself out of relationships, you can talk yourself out of jobs, go to the gym. You don't even know it. But if you can't keep a relationship or you can't keep a job and so on and so forth, you're living from the subconscious brain and you'll never live your life to your full and you'll never be as happy as you could be, period.
Yeah. How do you deal with the addicts that you can't help? Because I imagine that's hard for you if you invest in them, or if it's somebody that you think that you can help or that you're trying to help, and then you can't, or they've decided other to go another way. How does that affect you, or how do you kind of step back from that?
So, big high percentage when you come on board, you know you've got them. Once you start healing from day one, it's impossible to go back. So, but before we assess people, yeah, I mean, I take it personally. You know, there was an instance of a patient of mine in Dallas, and I'm a concierge doctor, so I only work with poor patients. My crew work with cognitive patients, but like concierge. So he calls me, and I'm doing something with another patient, and he leaves a voicemail. So I come out and I call him back, and there was no reply. So I thought, oh well, I text him, call me when you're free. That was about 30 minutes that I'd not answered his call while I was with another patient. I learned that he was walked into a bar, to the restroom, in overdose right there and then. So I'm wrestling with the part that if I did answer the phone. I treat
Hmm.
every patient. That's one of my big mistakes, I think. I treat it personally. I get psychologically involved with these guys. Because we have a family systems program that if the husband comes on board, the wife has to come on board for 2 days a week because otherwise we don't take the patient. So it's this family healing all around. I've got better at that. We've not lost anybody for years and years and years. And that's why we put the assessment in place. Once you start redirecting your pathways and working your trauma, when you're bought in, you're excited about me coming in, everyone's high-fiving you and hugging you. And, oh my God, you're fucking great today. And come on, let's go out there. All that stuff that the girls do outside. It's like, you want to come back the next day, man. And, just keep coming back. And it's a 3-month program, but we have people with us that see the girls for like 2-3 years ago. Just coming there just once a week and they love it here because we are the people we hang around. If you
Yeah,
hang
yeah.
around 9 depressed people, you will become the 10. And I
Hmm.
tell people this all the time, hang around the people that you want to be. Don't hang around the people today because you'll never lift away. It's very hard to walk away from friends and loved ones and nobody compliments you or says you're doing anything. And
Hmm.
you're trying to hold a business. That's stupid. Like, you could just work at Jimmy's around the corner from 9 to 5. It pays it. All these dreams that we have, like the dreams we have when we're kids, we used to kick a football back in England and, there's 4 or 5 of us and you kick a ball to say, Johnny, what you want to be when you grow up? I want to be a doctor. on this fucking project, you know. What do you want to, Billy? I want to be a surgeon, right? I want to be a professional footballer. Now, what happened to them dreams is our family and friends kicked it out of us. Don't be so stupid, Robert, says my mom.
Mm-hmm.
You can't go to college. You're too stupid. None of our people have gone to college. That's just stupid thinking. She's trying to protect me, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, people grow up with that. And again, with the young girl growing up in an alcoholic, violent house is 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, around that age group. See dad's coming home 2 or 3 times a week and getting into a fist fight with mom because he's
Yeah.
wasted. And she sees this. And then they all go to bed. And it can be bickering, not fist fights. Fist fights easier to put over. And they all go to bed and you get mixed morning for breakfast. And dad says, oh my God, I'm so sorry about last night. We've got a black eye. No, I love you. I love you. And dad, I love you too. And the kid
Mm-hmm.
automatically puts them together and violence equals love. So when she leaves the house, eventually she will attract somebody in the same category where there'll be violence. And to the point, if she finds somebody that's good to
Mm-hmm.
her, she'll self-sabotage that relationship because it feels awkward.
Yeah. So who do you surround? How do you find your staff and who you surround yourself with?
Number one, so when we do advertise, number one, staff is you have to have been there and done it.
Mm,
That's it. Secondly, again, I'm looking for somebody who's not afraid anymore. Most people live in fear. I'm looking for somebody, if the interview's 9 o'clock and someone is outside at 8:30, that's a great start for me. And we put everybody, stop laughing, we start everybody on $300 a week for the first 1 to 3 months. And if you prove yourself in a month, then we pay you what you are worth. You know, you don't get mega money when you're not a first one approved. And we don't tell them this. It's about
yeah.
$300 a week, you know, see what you can do and we'll see what we do with the money. And a lot of them go, yeah, I can do that. I need to earn a living. And if eventually I can here, but I'm here to help people. And within a couple of weeks, we've not had anybody go over a month, really. We put them on full salary. We pay our coaches $150 an hour. Nobody
Damn, yeah.
in the fucking anywhere does that because
No.
well, for me, you know, them guys are out there in the trenches more than I am these days. And they may only have 3 patients in a day. So rather than earn 30, 40 grand a year, I'm going to overpay you. So you've got a full-time job with over full-time wages and you might work 12 hours a week. That's what I want you doing. But when a call comes in for a Saturday morning hour, then you show up for that hour. So,
Yeah.
and that's why I've always done it. People, you know, accuse me, you're paying too much. I didn't pay nothing too much, you know. This is how I've had staff for years and years and years. These people, back home when I had normal jobs, Sunday night was the worst. I'd get that gut feeling, oh, you know, I've got to go. Hey, it's
Yeah.
hump day. And thank God it's Friday. And I wanted to take that out of my business. And I wanted people in the Sunday evenings go, oh, can't wait to get to work tomorrow because I'm going to tell Jimmy this because it was so funny. I wanted to create that environment. So that's what we did. I mean, we believe that anybody can do anything in the world. Anybody, unless you've got severe brain damage. Anybody. We can create the world we want. Me and my wife, we got married 10 years ago, and 3 days after the marriage, we got into a stupid argument about something. I've been married twice before. I said, John, I'm not doing this. I am not doing this again. I'm not living in a relationship where I'm not doing it. And she
Mm-hmm.
said, well, that's the way marriage is. And I said, says who? And we both looked at each other.
Mm-hmm.
And we went, can we create our own marriage? And we did. And I'm 65, she's 63, and we're running around like teenagers. We're in the convertible. I want people to do better than me. Why wouldn't I? I'm not jealous about anything or anybody around me. I will help them, you know? But people change when they get rich. I'm working with a guy, he had
Yeah.
nothing, we walked through his shit, and we kind of built a business, and now he's a multi-millionaire. Does he call me? No. Does he call me names? Yeah. And I just don't get that mentality.
Yeah.
People
You
be
think
crazy,
it's
Tess.
a little crazy?
You must
You
have
think
seen it all.
sincerity? You think people just don't believe sincerity in each other? Like if you get, I mean, so I parallel cops and rich people in classes. I used to do this because I feel like if you're up to a certain echelon, you just don't believe in people's sincerity. And the
Yeah.
same with, first responders, whatever. You just don't believe in their sincerity after a while. I feel like it's harder to believe people actually want good from you. And that's, I imagine in your position, if you actually do, it's hard to be like, no, really, I want this for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. I don't want anything from you. I want something for you. And that
Mhm.
mentality, you can't be real. This is not true. Especially when we're taking our pro bonos, never non-profit that pays for the pro bonos here. Every staff member must carry a pro bono that doesn't pay, not the non-profit, just in general, has to carry a
Mhm.
pro bono. But yeah, you kind of be enthusiastic, and most of them say, oh, it can't be true. It can't be true. And then 2 or 3 days in, they're like, how the fuck did you do that to me? It was like, we use subliminal messaging. Like somebody calls up and, his name's John Smith, who's going to come in on Monday. It's Friday today. My girls will go out and research everything about him, where he lives, his date of birth, what he did for a living, get on the social media. Does he like cars? Does he like Dallas Cowboys? And we're ready when he comes. And he drives up in the morning on Monday morning, ready to go. And we have a lot of bushes outside. It's beautiful outside. And we'll stick a Dallas Cowboy cup or can or something, hedge, so he doesn't see it,
Mhm.
but he does see it. He comes in the office. One of the girls is wearing a cowboy t-shirt. He doesn't see it, but he sees it.
Yeah.
And then he's instructed to sit on the sofa, and Dr. Kelly will be 5 minutes. While he's sat on the sofa, he's looking around. There's a big TV there, and the Cowboys from the 80s, when they won the Super Bowl, was playing. Now, when he comes into the room, because of the mirroring part of the brain, all of a sudden we're best friends. We have so much in common. It's like
That's
if I go to
cool.
Spain now and I'm walking down the wife and I see a stranger with a Manchester United football kit on, and I've got a
Mhm.
shirt on, we're instant friends, we're high-fiving, da-da-da-da, and we don't know each other. But it's that
Yeah.
mirroring part of the brain. That's what we do with our patients when they come in. It's like, "Oh, got you, man." Wives
Mhm.
always say, "It's impossible. We've been everywhere." I don't care where you've been, man. I'm telling you that beautiful thing.
What's a question that you wish somebody had asked you, or maybe today, maybe yesterday, maybe you're in the midst of it that nobody's asked you yet? Something that you feel like maybe would have changed you, or something where you wish somebody had asked just to show that they cared.
You still live in fear. Are you still scared, Rob? Are you still fearful at times about stuff? And the answer is yes, I am. And I think as long as there's a little bit of fear there, kind of keeps me complacent, kind of keeps me grounded. But yeah, that would be the question, I think. Whenever I speak anyway, I'm leaving on Wednesday to speak at a huge conference. I want to throw up. I'm so nervous. I'm scared. I'm fearful. If I go and nobody likes me after all these years of doing this. My wife's got used to it. My assistant last time freaked the fuck out because I was like, I've got to go. I can't stay. I can't stay here. And she's like, should I get the car? She's very empathetic. I'll get the car. My wife's like, sit the fuck down. He ain't going anywhere. You know, the fear's still there, man. It really
Mhm.
is. And people think that you got your shit together. People think, oh God, Dr. Robb's there to talk. This is going to be awesome. Look at him all calm over there. I've probably thrown up 6 times on the way there in gas stations.
Mhm.
It's like, again, everyone looks up to you as if you've got your shit together. And I don't think anybody's got the shit together. There's always something that comes up on a daily. You've heard it said, it's always something. There's always
Mhm.
something that
Mhm.
comes up. And thankfully, these days, I don't have to put as many fires out. But, it's just a fear
Yeah.
thing, I think, fear factor thing.
You think he'd still be doing it though if he didn't have a little bit of fear in it, a little bit of anxiety and adrenaline, so to speak?
I think that's when I stopped being complacent and stopped enjoying what I do. There's still today when you get a call and you're, flown over in this private $200 million jet or whatever. And I get there, they take me into the house, and all of a sudden this guy comes out and you're in front of him and you know who he is before you get there. So when you get there, your nerves are going a little bit, going, I wonder, da, 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 da. I'm just a kid from the council estates from the projects. I mean, I did look at him, look at him. There's still a bit of fear there when he comes out. But when he does come
Mhm.
out, I take over, and I'm
Yeah.
loud and boisterous and, everything's going to be okay kind of thing. But there's pockets there where, you know, sometimes I'll stay awake at night. So I think that fear is a healthy fear for me because
Yeah.
you can buy Tess, you can buy into that lifestyle, man. It's like I never watch myself on TV. I've never watched any podcast. I've never read my book. I've never watched myself on TV. And only people who get it. And I think you will, Ted. People go, why haven't you read your book? Did you see yourself on TV? No, why? I might start believing that shit. I might
Mhm.
start to buy into that hype. And once I buy into it, I'm fucked because I'll
Yeah.
relapse or something. I'll do something stupid. I remember coming off the doctors one day, a syndicated show, about 4 million views, 5 million views. I was in the moment. People were like, oh my God, you're the best. And the audience is screaming and shouting. And I come off, and Janet was there, my assistant. And I shouted to either Janet or my assistant, where's my car? Now, they had provided a driver in a car for me. Very, very kind of them to do that. Put us up in the best 5-star hotel, flies on private jet, and I'm coming out, and my wife came over to me and she slapped me across the face. And I was stone tough. And she said,
Mm.
she looked at me and said, if I ever hear that tone of voice again, of your entitled tone, this marriage is over. Am I clear? I was
Damn.
stunned. We got like in the car and I didn't speak until we got to the hotel and I got it. That was me stepping up, believing my own shit, believing that I'm better than anybody else. Look at me, look at me. And,
Hmm.
that's dangerous. So I have people around me that slap me psychologically. They'll come, my assistant will come in and she'll go, no, it's bullshit. No, it's not. I mean, come on, who's the boss? You're the boss, but I'll tell you what, if you do that, I'm leaving. And you can see she's an ex-drug addict and
Yeah.
she's used to sell drugs like kingpin. She don't take no shit off anybody. And I need to be surrounded by those people. I really do.
Yeah. So she knows what it is to keep somebody humbled. She's like, no, no, fucker.
Yeah.
We're gonna.
Well, the thing is, what happens on Saturday is I come in, because I have a patient or two on Saturday that I do by telehealth, very old famous. So I'm speaking to these guys and everything's good. And then my sister next door will text me. And the text message will say, come in and wash some dishes to the restaurant.
Hmm.
And I go in there and there's a few dishes because she knows me. And I say, well, only a few dishes. You don't really need me. No, but we need to keep you grounded. Do the dishes, get out there and start bussing the tables. And I do, for an hour or two. I'm in the
Nice.
restaurant doing that. So yeah,
Hmm.
nobody will take any shit off me around me. And I think they're the guys I need to be with.
Yeah.
I aspire to better on a daily basis. I really do. But, I think everybody needs their crew. You need your, show me your friends, I'll show you your future. So
Hmm.
you need your crew you aspire to. But oh my God, probably more, you need 2 or 3 people around you that don't let you get away with shit. They just don't
Yeah.
let you get away with it, which is keeps me grounded. Hey, listen, Testa, I was out there some months ago and I'm bussing the table, right? And it's
Yeah.
pretty busy. And I love all this. And I love like, Dr. Robb, you're amazing. Look at you bussing. I'm like, of course I'm bussing. Of course I'm bussing. Why wouldn't I bus? It's because I own it. And this girl kept staring at me from the other side of the room. And
Yeah.
she's with 2 other friends. And I get to her and she said, did you used to be Dr. Robb Kelly? And I said, yeah. Right? I said, yeah. She went, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I thought somebody had died or something. I'm like, okay, what's going on? I see you've lost everything and you're busting tables. And like, no, 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 no. No, I own the place. But hey, thanks for noticing. So,
So, if you have time, I got two more questions for you.
100%. And you're my last one and I love you. So we're here
Awesome.
forever.
All right. If you could treat anybody from the past, anybody, who would it be?
If I could
Famous or
what?
not famous? If you could treat anybody
Treat,
with an addiction from the
oh,
past that's already gone, long dead, or what have you, who would it
Hit-
be?
Hitler.
Who?
Hitler.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
So
Okay.
when people say like, who would you, who'd you find, who's your hero? Use this and da da da. I say Hitler and they
Yeah.
go, what? And I want to know how he got a generation to follow him, like a whole country. People struggle to get 50 people at their conferences today. How did he get millions of people to follow him? Obviously, what he did was terrible, but I'd want to see, I want to get inside his mind because I
Yeah.
think that, yeah, there's something there when you can. I mean, the guy was nothing. He was a thrown out army guy, and all of a
Hmm.
sudden he's leading a country. Yeah, I'm always fascinated about that. So
Yeah.
there's definitely can.
Yeah. No, that's a good one. If you were to die tomorrow, mm, don't want to jinx shit. All right, because I. But if that was to happen, do you feel like you've accomplished what you want to accomplish, or is there something else that you like want to pass a baton, or is there something that you need to do? You feel like so you could be like, okay, close that book, I'm good.
So first of all, my dad said the day you retire is the day you die. So I'm always, trying to make things better. But I would want 2 things: 100-bed facility in San Antonio, where 25% was the rich and famous, and 75% was people like me on the streets to get weddings no charge, and rich people paid for poor people as well themselves. That's what I'd like, first of all. And then secondly, like, he was a good guy. I mean, because
Hmm.
you ain't famous till you're dead. Nobody tells you. They think you already know, and when you die, oh,
Hmm.
God, he was such a great guy. I want that I
Hmm.
want to achieve that, almost there with that, to be honest. And I have 2 haters now. It's not bad from over 1,020 years ago. I have 2, and 6 of them haters I employ. So yeah, I think I'm doing a good job. I think I'm a nice guy. I think I'm a generous and loving guy. And then when I get to work, the persona of let's get to work on my disease, it is that guy that don't take any shit. And I like both of them. But the
Yeah.
streetwise in me when I was on the streets doing some bad stuff in gangs and everything, Ted. It was horrible what I ended up doing. It did a lot of harm to a lot of people. But, I still need that guy in there just in case time gets robbed. There was a tree guy that came round to the house last year
Mm-hmm.
sometime and was doing, I don't know what he's doing. He's doing some shit and then it comes out and he went, oh, in fact, you paid me, but I need another $250 because I took that big tree out of the bank. And my wife's
Yeah.
like, well, we didn't tell you to take, well, I want the money and that's it. So you decide what you're going to do, but I ain't moving up this doorstep until you get it. And now we have private property. And I could see her backing off a little bit. I heard this from the office and I come storming out and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I went straight up to him in his face, like inches away. I said, you got like 5 seconds. Don't ever come out of bullshit. What are you going to do with me? You can fucking fight me? I don't think so. So that guy I still need because people will take
Yeah.
advantage or try to. I love them
Especially
both.
if you're nice. If you're
Yes.
overly nice, they're like, oh, you're fucking, I can take you then. Hmm.
Somebody called me the other day. He's like, bringing all these memories of recent stuff coming up. Dr. Robb, me and my wife, we're shown out. We watch all your stuff. We love you in San Antonio, but we're homeless and, stuff. How do we just swing you? Da, 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 da. And I said, where are you?
Mm-hmm.
We'll such a come over, come find me. Here's the address. Come in here first. We'll show you around. We'll do some little bit of treatment on you. We'll take you in a restaurant. You can have whatever you want free of charge. And I'll give you $1,000 as well. Will that do? I'm like, oh my God, you do that for? Yeah, of course I am. Come on down. Whatever. They come down. They're so grateful. They're hugging and everything. That's fish and chips and pies next door until the fall. And 2 weeks later, they call again. Listen, so what's so fun what you did? We need some bus fare to get. I'm like, no.
Mm-hmm.
And my assistant will come
Yep.
in. She goes, someone's just called like they need $100. She goes, no. Why? But then before 3 years ago, now remember? They're taking advantage of you and she won't get them. Because I will give
Yeah.
everybody everything. I overgive, I overshare, and bought this amazing car and something in the shops. That is my dream car. I've never seen one in real life. And I give him the keys to go drive it. So what? Go drive it. I can't drive that car. Go drive it. I don't care. He wouldn't. Yeah, I don't care. It's a car. It's just life.
Yeah.
I've got everything I need. I can't. It just matches it.
It's a damn good place to be in life. I'll say that much.
Oh,
Mm.
yeah. It took a long time to get here, and I'm trying to half them years with people going, hey, listen, I would hate to get to the age of 70 or 80 and look back in your life and realize
Mm.
two things. First of all, nobody was fucking watching you. And secondly, you really
Mm.
could have done anything you wanted to do.
Yeah. But they do. They think everybody's judgment is it's like nobody fucking cares. They're so
Nobody.
worried about it. Nobody fucking cares truly.
Yeah. Got their own shit
But
going on. I used
yeah.
to walk in a room, especially AA, a new one. And I used to walk in quietly and sit down and wonder if anybody likes me. Do you know what I did today? I kicked the fucking door down, walk in and wondered if I fucking liked it. And it's that bordering on arrogance, but knowing
Mm-hmm.
quite well that it took me what to get here and I'm not wasting a fucking day of sat there
Yeah.
worrying if did anybody like that speech? Was that a thing on TikTok? No, stop that shit. It's awful, that man. See, the thing is, I'm 65 on the outside, maybe, but I'm 35 on the inside. And I act like a 35-year-old. And when I keep doing it, I've got no creaks. I don't have to take any blue pills or anything. Most of the guys I know my age are on walking sticks and you got to buy
Yep.
fucking blue pills it's like, I don't have any of that. I eat right. I train right. I lift every day, even if it's only for 2 minutes. I love life. I'm excited to get oxygen, sunlight in and I'm ready to fucking go every day. Boom.
Well, that is all I had, unless there's a question that's lingering or something that you want to say that I didn't ask that I failed to ask. I fail a lot in my life. I'm good with it. So if I failed at something, just fill in the blanks.
2 questions for you.
Oh, sure. Shoot.
I always ask my patients, ask me 2 questions. First of all, are you happy today? You're 100% happy today is the first question.
On a 1 to 10, I give myself an 8.6.
Okay. And are you getting all your needs met?
No, but I'm working on it.
Brilliant answer. We can go in that further if you want to. We can have a little session here for 1 minute.
I'm good. See, that's why I do the podcast.
Right.
So. Dude, I appreciate the shit out of you for coming on here and doing this. I know you're fucking busy, so thank you for what
thank
you do and for doing this.
Yeah, you too, man. Thank you for the service and thank you for what you do today. I just love it when Corner comes back. I've got another one for you. And then she explained who you was. I'm like, yeah, she sounds like she could kick some ass. I think we're going to go for that, Courtney. You know,
I keep breaking my own shit.
What's that movie called? He's like, I can never tell you where we're going. We're going now, and you can never ask me about where again. The guy says, which car we taking? That's just I surround myself around with. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, we say that a lot to each other.
I love it. I love it.
Thank you, and I know if you ever need anything from this area, let me know, and I'll get you some shit. So
I love it. I love it.
Good
you
luck.
too. Get over to San Antonio one day.
Keep killing it.
Thank you so much, Tess. You too. You too.
Thank you guys for tuning in. And this is like the third time that I've recorded this because I found a spider on my arm and I about freaked out and tore my computer out of my desk. So I'm going to be quick with this. But thank you guys for listening in. And if you need any of the links to anything, they're all down below. I appreciate his angles and his approach. So if any of you guys are curious to see what he has to say about this stuff, Google him. You can find him everywhere with all different kinds of platforms. I think sometimes we get a little too comfortable in the approaches that we currently have and we're afraid to try something new. And it's important to keep trying because there's inevitably some better way to approach it. All right, I may or may not see you guys next week. I don't know. I'm planning on a fluffer episode, I think, just to break it up a little bit. But that being said, if you guys have any questions or for past guests or for me, feel free to send them my way. Message the platform. I need any feedback I can get because I kind of want to put a product out there that you guys want because that's kind of what it's about. All right, that's all I got. You guys have a fucking phenomenal week.